Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alex of Coyote Astrology, and this is my weekly forecast for the week of September 3rd, 2019. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And before we launch into the forecast, I wanted to make a quick announcement. I'm going to be hosting an event along with my good friend and inspirational life coach, Olivia Poole. She's absolutely amazing. The two of us have come together to kind of blend our individual modalities of self-empowerment and spirituality to create an amazing event. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be a very intimate gathering at a private Topanga Canyon residence centered around a mutual love of yoga and astrology. So I'm going to be opening up the evening with a astrology talk. Should run about an hour, give or take. It'll be similar to one of my forecasts, but it'll go a lot more in depth, specifically centered around current celestial energies and the Pisces full moon, which will actually be peaking during the gathering. And Olivia will then follow with a meditation and a Kundalini yoga flow. So it's going to be quite special. It's at a very special location. It's an absolutely beautiful private Topanga residence. Weather permitting, we should be able to go out onto a gorgeous deck and see the full moon. Olivia is an amazing yoga teacher. I've been taking her class for a while. And yeah, we're really excited. It's a really good opportunity to come together as a community and bond and share over a mutual love of the stars and health and wellness. So if you are in the area and are interested, you can find the link in the description box below this video. It will be a link to Eventbrite. You can purchase tickets there. They are $35 pre-sale and $45 out the door. And if you're interested, I would jump on them because they've been selling quickly. So yeah, I look forward to seeing some of you there. And before we lose everyone that's not in the Southern California area, let's jump into the forecast for this week, which is, not going to lie to you guys, pretty all over the place. It's a little bit challenging to figure out how to navigate through this week because there's so many conflicting energies. So let's take a look at it and you'll understand why. So we have our little Virgo train still happening this week. We have the Sun conjunct Venus, Mercury, and Mars all still in earthy Virgo. And all this week they're going to be trining Saturn in Capricorn, and Venus will trine Pluto as well. So Virgo trining Capricorn. Both Virgo and Capricorn are the workhorses of the zodiac. They want to get it done. They want to get to work. Very serious, very goal-oriented, very meticulous, and very controlled. Virgo is very controlling. Virgo wants to know where everything is at all times. If it puts something down, it wants to know that when it comes back, it's going to be in the same place. It wants to make to-do lists. It wants to bang out those to-do lists. It wants to gather information. Its ruler is Mercury. So there's a lot of information and the kind of filing of that information going on this week. Virgo is again about purification, wanting to be our best self. Let's talk a little bit for a second about why that is actually. Why is Virgo about purification? Why is it about perfection? Well, in evolutionary astrology, let's remember that every sign is evolving out of the sign that it follows. And in many ways, preparing for the sign that comes after it. So what comes after Virgo? Libra. Libra is the stage of the evolutionary journey of the soul where we come together with another. It's about partnership, relationship. So Virgo in many ways is preparing to be in partnership. So if any of us have been in a scenario where we are calling in that dream partner, there's certain things that we do to get ready for that, right? We want to get in shape. We want to get healthy. We want to look our best. We want to feel our best. And we start to work on aspects of our personality that we feel could be better because we want to show up and be our best self in order to attract a partner who's at a similar vibration, who's at a similar level, right? At the same time, Virgo is coming out of Leo, and we've talked about this in my videos before. And in Leo, we kind of only focused on the best aspects of ourselves. Leo does not really like to look at its shadow very much. So in Virgo, there's the stripping away of all of the falsehood that we had in Leo, or the ego, overblown ego, and preparing for partnership in Libra. So again, purifying, detoxing, etc. So this is why Virgo is self-critical, because it follows Leo, and why it's considered or why it's about self-improvement or improvement in general, getting things clean, getting things sparkling and all ready to meet that, woman or man of our dreams. So this is a time when we're focusing on improvement and really wanting to get things in order. And we see this happening towards our long-term goals because of those trines to Saturn and Pluto. But we have some very conflicting energy headed in a completely different direction than all that, because we have a lot of squares to Jupiter this week. September 3rd, right now as I do this video, and yesterday and over Labor Day weekend, we had Venus in Virgo squaring Jupiter, now direct in Sagittarius. This Thursday, the 5th, we will have Mercury square Jupiter. And over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we will have the Sun square Jupiter. So that's pretty conflicting, because that's expansion. Squares to Jupiter are overindulgence, letting go of control, letting go of the reins, going out, having some fun. Venus square Jupiter is the soiree, the party, fluttering around like a social butterfly and meeting lots of different people, eating too much, drinking too much, getting stoned, whatever. So over Labor Day weekend, we had a lot of that energy. I got invited to like freaking 5 different parties, and there's just all of this social opportunity to start out this week. But at the same time, there's so much to do, and there's so much that we want to focus on and get in line right now. So it's interesting. And over the end of this week, we're going to have Mars in exact trine to Saturn. Mars trine Saturn is considerable drive towards our goals, ambition, determination, passion, willpower. So I feel like we're kind of being tugged in lots of different directions, but here's the thing. I think that they can blend together really well. If we can go out into the world and welcome these social interactions and this expansive kind of playful energy that's a bit like a loose cannon, squares to Jupiter are a bit of a loose cannon, with the focused intent of attracting situations, people, and opportunities that are geared towards our long-term goals, I think it can be absolutely fantastic. We've all had that experience of going to a party that we thought was just going to be a party, and then meeting someone there that we ended up co-collaborating with, or meeting someone there that was totally in alignment with our recent goals to level up in our life somehow, change our vibration, let go of old friendships that aren't in support of that, bringing in new ones. So I think that there's a lot of opportunity for all of the stuff that Virgo wants to get done within all of this crazy Jupiter loose cannon energy. And remembering that Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and Mercury is the divine messenger, remembering that each person we meet and each situation we encounter is a direct messenger from God, source, the universe, whatever you want to call it. So I think that we really want to go with the flow this week and blend and harmonize and co-weave work and play as much as possible. Another really beautiful way that I think this energy could manifest is going to social gatherings that are somewhat geared towards activism or service to the planet. There's so many different things going on right now that need and deserve our attention. We've got fires in the Amazon, we've got climate change, we've got 5G happening. We need to be coming together as communities and at the very, very least sharing this information, whether it be on social social media or some kind of community gathering. I'm going to a talk on September 12th in the Los Angeles area about 5G. If any of you guys are in the Los Angeles area and want information on that event, please email me, reach out to me at my website, and I will give you all the information on that. It's very important, but I digress. That could be another way that this energy could blend very well. All the Virgo focused on service to the planet, improvement, blending with the expansion of Jupiter, which is social, which is mind expanding, bringing in more knowledge. So yeah, I think it's about going with the flow and embracing that with which Virgo really needs to embrace on its journey through life, which is its opposition, Pisces. Pisces is about surrender and faith. Virgo doesn't have any of that. Virgo has a lot of anxiety because it overanalyzes things and it wants to hold on to things really rigidly and have control and know everything all the time. Pisces is its opposition. It's letting go, knowing that letting God take the wheel, whatever, and having some faith. So I think this week is about trust, going with the divine flow, recognizing that everybody we meet is a divine messenger who has a little tidbit of information that could be of use to us and enrich our lives in some way, and having a little bit of fun. The only weirdness that I've got my eye on is, let's see, where does it happen? Well, yeah, Friday, September 6th, Mercury is going to oppose Neptune, it can be confusion, mental confusion, disillusionment, paranoia, lies, deception, as Mercury is squaring Jupiter, which can be over-exaggeration of communication. This could be like saying too much, being a bit of a loose cannon with our words or our mind. So while all this is going on this week, just fact check. Don't promise too much. Don't say too much, making sure we're not gossiping. Mercurial energy can get out of control, especially when it's squaring Jupiter. So keeping our mind under control while also having faith and allowing and welcoming all of this opportunity that I think this week could bring in. And last thing, we will have Venus trine Pluto, which has this transformational aspect going on this week, which is very deep. Because it's Venus, it could be our relationships. This could be having a really interesting, very deep experience with a potential or a colleague or somebody who's in alignment with our goals, some transformation or really kind of karmic or profound new information come in this week because of that trine to Pluto. So altogether pretty awesome. It's just a little bit all over the place. I think I'll wrap it up there, you guys, and I'll be seeing you in the full moon in Pisces video, which I'll have up next week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, one more thing. Very exciting. We have Saturn moving direct very, very shortly on September 16th. And I know I've been talking about it, but for those of you who are new, Saturn moving direct is a big deal for all of us because Saturn has been retrograde most of this year, and Saturn deals with our career, our long-term goals, and all of the things that we've been working extremely hard on all year, or really longer since Saturn went into Capricorn. So with Saturn moving direct, that's going to be the green light and the forward movement of a lot of what we've been working towards on September 16th. So if you want to know where that's happening in your chart, go ahead and reach out to me. I'll put my website right here. Click on book a reading and we can look at where that's happening because it's going to affect all of us in a different way, but it is happening to all of us. And as a collective, the world at large, it's a big deal. So all of this Virgo energy, as we discussed, is really about getting the details in line and getting these little glimpses of what that forward movement might be. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in my next video, and have a great week.